Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Right to the air is Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Up the middle they go. Wilkerson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Jackson. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 13 yards for the second play in a row. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Again, Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Burrow. Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's Sharp.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a give, right side. Wilkerson. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
They go play action with Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. That winds up falling incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
This defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
It's deep for Duvernay.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now Burrow going to change things up.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And Burrow going to throw again.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. Short throw to Smith. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass.
That's caught inside the 20. Pushes and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out looking real sharp in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
Touchdown, Bengals! T. Higgins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals extend their lead yet again.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
That's caught. It's Flowers.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Again, Jackson going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Jackson now. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again.
Oh, that's deep for Duvernay.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
A 53-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This could be the turning point. That's how it's done.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But
And my goodness, another interception. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
11.
Now it's Burrow.
got a man open. It's Chase.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 16 yards.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. This is caught.
And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 40-yard line. Now Burrow changing the look.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 3 yards out. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Ravens 6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Smoke Monday, and the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On third down, Burrow. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On 2.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Oh, what a move. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Bengals just continue to roll. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Wilkerson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow looking to pass. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Burrow on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
11.
Now Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Burrow going to set up the draw. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. That is caught. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2nd and a couple. Play action. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Jackson on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. And Jackson throwing once more. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run on 1st down. Sharp. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd and 6. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, I can't